To the FUTV, Forever United TV live stream, match day, 1st of February. Happy February, happy see you later January. God, what a drab month that was. We're talking double standards by Ten Hag. Plenty of people having a pop at Ten Hag, especially agents, especially older players, especially managers of players that have gone on loan from United to that team. Jadon Sancho is injured right now. United's fixtures this month. We got plenty to talk about. But first of all, I want to get your thoughts on what happens tonight if it all falls down on Ten Hag, i.e. he picks a team that we think he's going to pick, and that's involving a couple of other players that probably don't deserve to be in the team. And why I've put the poll up in the chat right now of, would you just be happy with Manchester United starting the same team that we did against Newport? Is it fair that we have the same starting 11 that won the game and probably scored, our biggest victory this season, in all fairness? Are we happy with them starting? Get your comments in the live section. Comment when the video is finished if you're catching up and watching this later. People are already in the chat trying to stay positive. People are already saying, let's just look past this now. Everyone, for me, is falling into the trap that Manchester United are just doing a big cover-up. It is a big cover-up. Marcus Rashford, I don't want to talk about him, but if Ten Hag thrusts him into the limelight, then we are going to talk about him. No one else has talked about the embargoed comments from the press conference. And you know what? On this channel, I'm just going to keep it real. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is, what was said, and subjects that people don't want to talk about, we're going to talk about. We're not going to forget about being treated like crap by being kept in the dark, essentially, as fans with everything that is going on. Double standards. Is it double standards? Ten Hag, he says one thing and then goes back against it, in my opinion. I haven't got a bigger issue with a lot of the stuff that people have got problems with that Ten Hag has done, to be honest. I ain't got a problem with Jadon Sancho and how he treated him. By the way, welcome Liam Whitehouse to the members club. I think you have rejoined again, mate, there. But yes, thank you and welcome to the members club. But I wanted to talk about what is actually happening, because everyone is just, I'm listening to the radio coming in this morning. I'm like, right, I'm looking forward to the game tonight. I'm looking forward to the game. And I'm listening to the radio, and people on the radio are saying, if Rashford is going to come out tonight and prove a point, he's going to go and give them United fans something to cheer about. In recent games, he's looked at it again. And they're just listening to what Ten Hag has said in the press conference. No, he's not been at it. He's been crap. He's been absolute dross. And they're going on about his 2 goals and his assist, and now he's back, and he's back to what we've seen last season. No, he's not. He's nowhere near it. He's absolute shite. So, yeah, Marcus Rashford, if he comes back into the team tonight, it's up to Ten Hag. He does what he wants. He's the manager. We've spoken about this all along. He's going to get criticism for doing it. I don't think Rashford should be anywhere near the matchday squad, personally. I don't. And this is why the double standard things come up, because you've got the Borussia Dortmund manager now blaming Erik Ten Hag for the fact that Sancho is injured over in Dortmund, and that's another problem on its own. Our loanee player that we're hoping to grab value off has got injured, and he's going to be out of the team for Dortmund, hence probably not being able to showcase what he has got for us to maybe sell him on in the summer. A problem that's coming back. I know that's longer term and things have to conspire to get to that stage, but still, I feel like that's not good for Manchester United. We need all our loanees to be playing well. Another loanee was Palestre, and his agent has come out and slaughtered Ten Hag as well. So Palestre, effectively, is gone from the football club, because what Ten Hag said in the embargoed press conference was Jadon Sancho went public, Marcus Rashford's been dealt with in-house. Now, you all know my opinions on in-house. Rashford was out in public, so it's not in-house. So you cannot call that an in-house matter. Jadon Sancho has come out and tweeted against the manager. That's why he has been exiled from the first team. That's basically what Ten Hag said. So, going off Ten Hag's logic, Palestre's finished, because now his agent has come out and said that Ten Hag has unfairly treated Palestre and not given him the chance that he should get. Well, that's him done then, isn't it? He's spoken out. So, we'll see if Ten Hag's got double standards on that. So, there's publicly a slating from Palestre's people on Ten Hag. So, is that the end of him? Is Ten Hag going to stick to his guns on that one? You can see why probably Sancho had an issue with the double standards thing as well, because you look at Anthony and all the chances that Anthony's got, and then I'm looking at Palestre and I'm going, that's probably where it's coming from. That's probably where it's coming. What has Anthony done that Palestre hasn't this season? But Anthony constantly gets picked ahead of the likes of Palestra? Should price tags be brought into the equation when it comes to selecting a lineup? Now, the big problem and the bigger picture in all of this is everyone is just like, Rashford is just gonna come back. Everything will be all right now. Ten Hag has said, look, when asked the question in the embargo section of the press conference, do you think it sets a bad example that Rashford's been treated this way and other players have not been treated that way? And he said that, look, Rashford wasn't picked for Newport, and that's it. We draw the line there and we move on from there. So that's it. That's it. He doesn't play against Newport. Forget about the fact that these players that played against Newport actually won us a game. Yeah, performance wasn't great, but again, what is the point of trying to come out and set standards like Ten Hag is for performance-related stuff when you're just going to bring a player straight back in? And this is why I don't think Rashford will start. I don't think he can dare start him after what he said in the press conference. But it's just the cover-up. It is just a big cover-up for me, and I'm not having it. I'm not letting this one go at all. I'm not going to forget what happened in the first part of the season. Marcus Rashford has to hit the ground running now. He has to come out and be the busiest, the most energetic, cover the most miles, look the most positive. He has to do everything all of a sudden because he's had a slap on the wrist. And I'm not saying this before, I was just thinking to myself, it's like, if he doesn't, then Marcus Rashford, I feel like he's going to be out the door anyway, but I feel like Marcus Rashford's career is over as a footballer when he leaves Manchester United. That's where we're at, because there's no one going to be giving him the protection that he's got, that Manchester United have given him. It's a boyhood club. He's been brought through the academy. When he leaves United, which he will, if the club have got any sense, then his career is pretty much done and dusted. He's not going to get the love that he's got from Manchester United anywhere else in the world. He is going to be out there on his own, fending for himself. He isn't going to have this protection. He has been protected more than any other player at this football club while he's been here at the club. I mean, the misdemeanours alone, I worry for Marcus Rashford, I do. I want him to do well from now, going forward to the end of the season. I want him to smash it. I want him to get 15 goals from this point forward until the end of the season. I want him to do that after being punished for what he's done. Because if he walks straight back into that team, if I'm a player at Manchester United, I don't care what Ten Hag says. I don't care. If he walks into that team ahead of one of them other players now, then that straight away, he's just going to play on the mind of that player. And it's just hopeless. It's hopeless. Because there is nothing there for you playing well in a team. There is no promise of ever starting a game again, even if you play outstanding in a game. You're going to have Ten Hag and his double standard favourites coming in every single time. Rashford has done nothing to warrant a place in that team this season. Absolutely nothing. He hasn't. And do you know what? I'd take Darwin Núñez over Marcus Rashford. Watching that guy last night, continuously just working his socks off, grinding, trying to bring other players into play. If he doesn't get the headlines, it doesn't matter. He still carries on working. He sprints, he tracks back. He's involved in the play everywhere in the pitch. This is what Marcus Rashford is not. And you can see why Núñez gets away with it with the fan base. Because he absolutely grafts his arse off. He does. There's no excuse for any player on that pitch not to put 100% effort in. And that's what everyone is going to be watching tonight with Marcus. If he does play, that is. And he has to start performing. He has to start turning things around. One, just to be accepted back from the fan base on a match day. And two, for when Manchester United will need to sell him in the summer. Because I'm still convinced we need to sell Marcus Rashford in the summer. I do. You cannot keep covering this up. You cannot keep making excuses for a player. Manchester United, he's not world class, is he, Marcus Rashford? He had an opportunity to be world class. He had the potential there, and he's wasted it. There are other players outperforming him in this team alone that should be ahead of him right now. And that's the double standard side of things I want. He's not offering us anything. Are we stronger with Rashford in the team, or are we weaker with Rashford in the team? We're not any stronger than what any other lineup is. So tonight is a tough one for Ten Hag. I feel like tonight he's got to choose from... I think he's got to choose between Antony and Rashford, two of his go-tos, basically. He's got to choose between them because the fan base will not forgive him if Garnacho is not in that team. It will not forgive him. he puts in more work rate than anyone alongside Højlund in that front line. He really does. Even Antony grafts harder than Marcus Rashford. And he comes out after the game saying he's just going to keep getting his head down and working as hard as he possibly can. And I think the English players get away with absolute murder. They do. They get protected. It's like the protection that they've got from Southgate, the England manager, as well. If we're going to criticise Antony, then we have to criticise Marcus Rashford just as much, in my opinion. Just criticise him properly, fairly. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about with Marcus Rashford. I feel like he gets away with absolute murder because of who he is, his affinity with the football club, the last graduate. I was talking to Ben before, and it's like I've never even classed Marcus Rashford as world class or a player that's going to take Manchester United forward. What we've got with Marcus Rashford is right now the last Mancunian youth academy player that we're clinging on to. That was Ben's opinion on it before, and the club are just saying, the club are just trying to keep hold of it like that. This love affair we have got. It doesn't matter if you're from Manchester or not. The Manchester United Youth Academy brings through excellent talent every single year, but Marcus Rashford, for some reason, and I don't know why, has been the player that has got away with so much at this football club. And you know what? We have to move past this sort of look on things now. I'm not just bringing up Marcus Rashford. It's just because Ten Hag is talking about him even more. Like he's just going to bring him straight back into the team like he's a saviour. Forget about everything that Marcus has done. He's not good enough and he hasn't played well enough to warrant a place in this team. The other one I've got tonight and the other issue is Andre Onana coming straight back into the team. Another one again with Ten Hag. What? Other managers, international managers abroad for Cameroon and AFCON are dropping Onana because he's not good enough. He is not good enough. And we're going to keep playing him. And he expects these players to all of a sudden be better than what they have been. They're not going to get better than where they are right now. They're not going to get any better in their careers of where they are now. And Ten Hag, I feel, can save himself. He can bring on board a lot more United fans by just making simple decisions right now and giving players the opportunities that they probably deserve. Or, if anything, equal opportunities to what everyone else in that squad is getting. Because I don't think it's fair right now in how he's balancing it out. I really don't. But I feel like we are going to revert back to type again as soon as all these players come back. And they are now. And he's got this big squad to choose from again now with everyone fit. So we're going to know who his favourites are. Because no one warrants a place in that team. No one's been playing well enough. So we are going to know now, it's like, who are Ten Hag's go-to players? We're going to know quite simply that it doesn't matter how well you play. These are the players that are always going to be my number one picks. And when that lineup comes out tonight later on, we are going to be talking about them players and what they have to do. What they have to do. Guys, keep liking the video, please. We're creeping up to the 100 mark. Keep it going. I know it sounds like it is just a negative slant. Trust me. I don't want to be talking about. I'm only talking about what everyone else doesn't want to talk about, which is the embargoes section of the press conference, answering questions and saying that Rashford has been punished. For me, that's just not good enough. Honest Tiger in the chat there. No apology from Rashford shows he doesn't care and isn't sorry and couldn't care less about the fans. I don't think he does care about the fans. Is it important that the players do care about the fans? I mean, the fans are the most important people at the football club. So, yes, it is important. Maradona. Onana was dropped. Onana was not dropped in Cameroon because he's not good enough. He can be dropped in Manchester United because of recent form. He's one game for Cameroon, Maradona. He conceded 3 goals and he lost the game. So, yeah, as a manager making a decision, thinking that Onana isn't good enough for me. He comes in, plays, does poorly, doesn't play again. This is how it should be in football. This is how it should be. 11 players out in January. Add all that dosh up that comes off the wage bill. Surely to God, United have to bring a player into the squad to help the manager and the team. Well, in terms of updates on everything going on at Manchester United, I'm just going to go through the news now and the latest to come out in terms of what's happening this January transfer window. And that is Manchester United are expecting to be quiet. A reason for it, they are actually giving us a reason why we're going to be quiet. Not that we're actually skint and we've blown all our money. It's the fact that it is a game day and full concentration is going to be on the game. Well, of course it has to be on the game. I think O'Neill, the Wolves manager, has been moaning the fixture and its timing. It's like the Wolves are in the market for players right now, and he cannot understand why there is a game on a transfer deadline day, especially at 8:15 in the evening, when you know when it starts to get a bit juicy, doesn't it, at that time on deadline day. But yeah, this will be the quietest deadline day ever, I think. I think it will be the quietest one that we've ever seen. Manchester United are not expecting anything major today, particularly because they've got an important game against Wolves to play later on. They've done what they set out to do in this window, offloading as many players as possible to free up some space in the budget ahead of what will be a crucial summer. Well, no, we've not offloaded anyone. That's come from Rob Dawson from ESPN. What have we offloaded? A load of loanee players, which has freed nothing up because none of them are performing well enough yet, and it could change, I know, but they're all coming back. Everyone who we've offloaded is going to be coming back. So how can we actually say that we are freeing up space for the summer? Sancho's coming back. Greenwood's still got to come back. Palestri's coming back. You've got Donny van der Beek coming back, another big earn-off. I mean, the list is endless, absolutely endless. So, yeah, how we can actually say or come across like we have actually done well this January and we've done what we set out to be, which is freeing up space for the summer, I do not know, because as far as I'm concerned, when the player is loaned out, that player still has to come back. So, no, I don't think we have done very well in this window. We've done well if all them loanee deals work. That's fair enough. But again, United have created these monsters in these players in the way that they've been mollycoddled, soft-soaked, looked after, given the world. No one wants to leave United because it's so easy. It's so easy. There's no standards at the football club, so no one wants to leave. Why do you think Martial is still here? Why do you think we're still giving contracts to Marcus Rashford? Because we're trying to make them seem better than what they are. The potential is always there. I'm so happy that we've got a different structure coming in for this next crop of young players coming through at United. I am really happy that that is the case because, my God, if it was the old regime, I don't think any of them would survive. I really don't. I don't think anyone would survive. We've tried to do better. Over the last couple of years, United have made a big effort in working with the academy and giving the youth players a better chance. But let's be honest, Manu and Garnacho, being the two that have come through that we know about, have been absolutely excellent. So it has to be a certain stand. No one else gets a chance, really. No one else gets a chance. You have to really stand out, but there has to be an opportunity to do it. And with all of this crap and deadwood around, we're not going to get that. We're not going to get to see these players. So I feel like Ten Hag is sort of contradicting himself constantly all the time at the moment. And if he comes out and everyone's like that, try and be positive, Adam. I mean, yeah, I will be absolutely over the moon if we beat Wolves. I really will, because we cannot afford to lose this game. We literally are now, 11 points behind fourth, which is now Spurs. But we've got a game in hand on them. So tonight, United can close the gap to 4 points. Sorry, can close the gap to 8 points on top four. And that doesn't seem insurmountable at all. It really doesn't. But we have to start. We have to start performing. We have to start digging out results. We have to show a better mentality. We need to show a bit of steel. We really do, because February is a bit of a brutal month. I'm going to go through it in a minute, actually, with you guys. But, 100 likes in the bag. Cheers for that, guys. Keep liking the video. Do share the video as well, everybody. And subscribe if you are tuning in for the first time. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us today. The build-up will be later on FUTV. We're on at 6:30, guys, as usual. Looking ahead to the game against Wolves. And then we'll be doing the watch-along over on top of the league. Flying back across after that game to FUTV to do the match reaction alongside Jay. And yeah, it's going to be a very, very busy night. And I just hope that United can stand up and be counted, because Wolves can smell blood, I feel. I think we're in trouble. If they see any sign of weakness, then we're in for it. We really are. We got a gifted membership in from the Honest Tiger. Mike Fergus has taken that. Welcome to the Members Club, Mike, and thank you again, Honest Tiger, for your contribution, and is the man that is in charge of that competition that she's on in the community post right now for all members for his contributions. Thank you so much, my man. I want to get into February and what is coming. Just quickly, actually, I just want to quickly read through a few of your comments, guys, on everything that I've just been saying. Red Zone says 350k a week, and he's sad. Anywhere else, it's gross professional misconduct and disciplinary. Eric Ten Hag, Bull, re-standards and professionalism, get rid of both. Alex Stander, sure some of this academy talents are way better and put in the effort than these overpaid players who don't care and have not enough talent left. This is on Ten Hag. Hope he's gone after the loss tonight. Oh, I don't want to say we're going to lose tonight. I think I've got to stay positive when it's a match day. I've stayed positive with everything that I can, but sometimes the news just takes you in a direction that seems a little bit more on the drab side, and that's what this club is at the moment. I've said it I think I've said it every single stream. The only thing that changes anything that is bad at United off the pitch right now is results on it. Otherwise, it's just gonna escalate. It's just gonna become worse. Everyone's going to be looking into decisions that Ten Hag's made. If he loses tonight and Rashford has played the game, then Ten Hag is up for the high jump. He really is. He's going to get pelters from all angles. There's no helping him if he does that. Maybe Rashford turns up on the pitch and runs round like a blue-ass fly tonight, absolutely blowing everyone away, outperforming everyone in every department. Ground covered, shots made, chances created, everything. Rashford, the 350 grand a week forward, actually plays to his potential tonight and just gets everyone like thinking, well, hang on a minute, maybe that slap on the wrist, maybe this moment in his career, because it is a massive moment for Marcus Rashford. This is like do or die now, because United getting rid of Rashford in the summer is the end for him. It is. You're not going to get any higher than where you are right now, Marcus. So you decide what you want to do with your career. This is your moment. There are big moments in players' careers. There are defining moments in players' careers. This is Marcus Rashford's. If he gets a chance, which he shouldn't tonight, then he needs to thank his lucky stars and grab it with both hands and just go out there and give absolutely everything he has got. Everything he has got until he is absolutely on his knees. Otherwise, the fan base is done. They're not going to accept anything less than 150% from him if he gets that chance he shouldn't be getting. There are other players there chomping at the bit to get in this team. You've just seen Facundo Pellistri leave now. Gutted that he's leaving and not been given the chance by Ten Hag. You've got the likes of Ahmad, who now hasn't got a clue what the rest of his season/career is going to be. He's just stuck now behind Antony, behind Rashford. He's in the unknown. I don't know when he's going to play. Because Ten Hag is going to start bringing Rashford in. Then you've got Rashford and Garnacho. You've got Antony, who can play on that side as well. I actually think that he would play Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount ahead of Ahmad if he could, Eric Ten Hag. And that's where we're talking them double standards with him. He's a rod for his own back. That's what he is. He's just... You want him to do well. You want to just get hold of him and just say, look, give everyone else a chance. Give everyone a chance. What is going on? It just doesn't seem right. It doesn't. Something is completely off right now at Manchester United in the way that these selections are going. And you know what? It's one of them situations where you just want someone to come out and tell you everything that's going on. We're never going to know, I know, but just so you can give people the benefit of the doubt, you need to know more, but you're never going to know more. It's that we don't know how hampered or hamstrung, how tied down Eric Ten Hag is with what he can actually do and what decisions he can make at the football club. We don't know. He could be being told that he has to do certain things, and this is why he's angry. By all accounts, he was raging with Marcus Rashford, but we're not going to know about that because it's an internal matter. So really now it's on Ten Hag. And like I said yesterday, he's taken all the pressure off Rashford and took it on his shoulders. Now, that's what a manager should do. Yes, but you've also got you've got the rest of this squad outperforming Marcus Rashford, you could say. Well, that's up for debate because no one's really pulling up trees, are they? But when no one else gets a chance, then there's no one to help Erik ten Hag. There isn't. He shouldn't be playing Onana tonight. He should be playing there in goal for me. He shouldn't be playing Marcus Rashford tonight. It should be Garnacho and Anthony because they were the last two. I think Ahmad is ahead of Marcus Rashford right now. And again, it's like Ahmad at Manchester United right now. He's sat there, he's going, all right, I might have a chance here. This is a guy who can't even turn up to training because he's pissed. Oh, and he's just paying for his own private jet to get back over, offering to go straight to the ground to the manager without training, just to be in the team. Oh, this Manchester United are not going to settle for these standards. I've got a good chance right now. Well, no, you've not, Ahmad. I'm sorry. And apologising to you from the fans for the management of this football club right now. Because you deserve a chance in the team. You're just not going to get it. You're not going to get it. And that is the sad state of affairs for this football club right now. And that's why it's a worry that Erik ten Hag and his double standards that he's got is what's going to get him the sack at the end of the day. It is. Because Marcus Rashford will outlast Erik ten Hag at Manchester United if it carries on this way. He will. He will have seen off another manager. Yes, another one. And then someone will come in and go, oh, it's Marcus Rashford. He can't be that bad. I'm going to get the best out of him now. There's another 2 years of Marcus Rashford being the leading man at United. He's not good enough to be the leading man. We all knew the potential he had, but it has dwindled, it has gone, and right now we're looking at him and we're going, what if? What if? Another what if at Manchester United. But for some reason, everyone has built him up to be an absolute world-class star. That was possibly there last season. And you know what? I actually sat there last season and I thought, thank God Rashford has actually come out and backed up the hype and actually got his name right up there at the top. Everyone's talking about him. 30 goals, automatic pick for England, no questions. And then, big contract, and he's fallen off completely. You cannot drop that far. Manchester United, right now, with Marcus Rashford, with him coming back into the team, are where we will always be if Rashford is who we're clinging on to be the saviour of this football club. Fighting to try and get into the Europa League. That's the standards that we are. If you're happy with that, that's fine. I'm not. We are where we are because the team isn't good enough. And the management, you can question. You really can. This season alone. Last season, I thought we had something, but quite clearly, it was another one-season wonder again, like it has been for Manchester United. Just do enough just to calm everything down, give yourself a little bit of grace period, and now we're moving on. And this is where we are. We ceilinged out last year, third in the league. Great finish, great first season for Ten Hag, done very well. And now we're actually thinking that we're okay with the same players. No, we're not. We're not. We need to improve. Rashford needed to go to that next level. I thought he might have done it under Ten Hag. I did. I had hope. I really did have hope. And I thought he could have been that player that everyone's talking about. But quite clearly he's not. And now we're where we should be. Mid-table with these players. Because that is their mentality. To go off from one season to drop down to this to another, you're going to have to show us something now, United. You really are. From now until the end of the season. And I don't know. I don't know if we've got it in us. Let's get into the chat a little bit. Susan says, in relation to Rashford, I think Erik ten Hag's hands are tied. The club has decided because they care more about him than the club. He is so protected and Erik ten Hag takes the flak for it. Just don't play him. Keep it internal, Eric. If you want to keep it internal, don't play him tonight. Everything I'm arguing about right now is only true if Rashford just walks back into this side. Don't play him and you've got half a chance, Eric. Show that you've actually got some power in this club. That's what you need to do tonight. Just don't play him. Please. You can bring him in later on, but you have to show that you need to earn your way back into this team at least. Your form has not been good enough for one, and what you've done, you are bottom of the pile right now. That's what the message should be to him. You're still here. You're lucky to be here. Earn your way back into this team. Show me in training that you're going to outwork everyone. And when the chance comes, if someone gets injured, you need to be fully ready to take it. That is what needs to happen with Marcus Rashford right now. Hoo-ah. Please do subscribe, says General Foodie. Yes, please do. If you are watching for the first time, and give the video a like. We're creeping up to the 150 mark in the likes, guys. Building up, match day, deadline day. What a anticlimax that was. Lewis Hamilton was the biggest signing for Ferrari today. Nothing else is really going to happen. The biggest news within the Premier League is probably Brozier, and that's about it. But hey, but I promise you, by the time the match day comes, I'll be in full-on match day mode. I'm talking about nothing else other than picking the right team and Man United winning this game tonight at Molineux. We've won our last 4 against Wolves in the league, so we should be confident. But when I was saying before about Manchester United needing to stand up, I mean, February alone right now. So we got Wolves tonight and then West Ham on Sunday, as we know. Then we've got Aston Villa away. Then we've got Luton away. And then to finish in the league is Fulham. Obviously, mixed in there as well, we've got either Nottingham Forest or Bristol City. So, jam-packed. Absolutely jam-packed. Another 6 games from now until the end of February, minimum. And I'm looking at them and I'm going, Wolves tonight, that's probably... That and Villa away are probably the most difficult, you would say. But Luton Town away on the 18th of February, I'm looking at that, I'm going... I actually don't fancy us. I don't. Looking what Luton have done. I mean, Luton Town scored more goals than United, which is embarrassing on its own. No disrespect to Luton. Manchester United going there after the way that everyone else has struggled there this season. You've got to think that there is a good chance that United drop points there again. And that's not me trying to be negative in terms of how Manchester United are and just trying to put the doom and gloom on it. That's the reality look at it right now. Luton away, it's a tough game. Villa lost their first game against Newcastle. Hopefully that is the start of a slide for them and we can go there and get something, because the form that they've been in at home, then I'm worried about that game as well. So straight away there, I'm looking at West Ham at home. And West Ham embarrassed us at their place, didn't they? But players missing. Manchester United at home, you'd expect to beat anyone. So Fulham and West Ham, I would say, I would confidently get... So what have we got there? 15 points out of them games. 7 I'm confident with. 7. No, actually, do you know what? I'm going to go United go unbeaten. No, actually. No, fucking... Oh, my God. I'm trying to build a strong case for United doing well in February. I'm struggling, guys. Help me out. I'm struggling. How many points do you reckon Manchester United are going to get out of February? I think we should do a poll on that one, actually. Over 300 in the votes, and 71% of you have said that we should be picking exactly the same team as what we did at the start of the Newport game. I think that's fair. I don't think that's not me having a go at any player in particular. If you win a game, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Move on. Try and build some rapport and some confidence with the players that are playing, because Anthony worked hard. Highland worked his socks off. Garnacho gets up and down. Bruno, we know the energy he puts in. Casemiro's back. Mainu. You've got bundles of energy in that team at least, and they are going to work their socks off. If you bring Rashford in, you're not going to get the same work rate from me. You're not. And honestly, right now, I'm saying this, and you can clip it, say whatever you want, but I would prefer Anthony over Rashford right now, just simply for work rate. No, there's no output from Anthony. Yeah, he got his goal and his assist against Newport. That is bare minimum for that type of game for me, for someone like Anthony. I'd rather have Anthony in the team than Rashford right now, because I know he's going to give me everything he's got. I can't guarantee that with Marcus, and that's the sad state of affairs. That's where we're at. 150 likes in the bag, guys. Thank you so much. Let's see if we can get that up to 200 before we finish, guys. That would be amazing. Please keep liking the video. So I'm just going to put a poll up. I'm going to create a poll right now for our February outlook, guys. We can start looking at normal football matters now, which is good. How many points... that's what I'm going to do. How many points are United going to get in February? 1 second, let me write it out. How many points will the Reds pick up in February? Let's give a few options. 15, 10. It's getting lower. 7. Less. So, the poll is up, and if you are watching the video later on, guys, just to explain things, I'm going to talk through this. So, Manchester United's games in February are is Wolves tonight, West Ham, Aston Villa, Luton, and Fulham. 2 home games in there are West Ham and Fulham. So you've got Wolves, Aston Villa, and Luton Town all away from home. How many points are Manchester United going to pick up in? How is your confidence level in how many points United can actually get out of February? I think we will qualify. I think we will get through the FA Cup round. If it's Forest, I wouldn't be as confident because of what's happened there already this season. I think there is a possibility that Ten Hag could be completely out of the running for Champions League at least by the end of February, and out of the FA Cup, and United have got nothing to play for, and then big decisions are going to need to happen, because let's not forget, by the middle of this month, Ineos are going to be fully ratified and in charge of Manchester United. So you've got to look at that and go, Ten Hag needs a big February. He needs a massive February, because we could be out of it. We're 11 points behind 4th now. We can close the gap to 8 tonight because we've got a game in hand on Spurs. So I feel like Ten Hag needs to get a minimum. Reality, he needs to win them all. He needs 15 points. And that, then, I feel, is convincing the fan base that we've got something. That's the only way you're going to get any convincing. We cannot afford to drop any more points. It's already a disaster of a season right now. 9. I think it was, 13 games that David Moyes lost? We've already lost 9 now. So United can't afford to lose any more. I don't fancy us away at City. I think we'll lose that one. That's a guarantee. Liverpool, you'd expect them to beat us the way we're playing. But then again, United can beat anyone at home. So I think we can get something against Arsenal and Liverpool. But it's the away games. We're definitely going to lose to City. We're going to have to definitely change the norm, which is Brighton away. Bournemouth I'm worrying about as well later on in the season. Anything away from home I fear with United, I really do. Because the minerals upstairs in these players, the mentality is weak. And that's it. Kaz has gone with 7. 6 points, says Ellie. 15 points, but starting to drink early, says Stephanie. Oh, let's see where the vote is at. This is an interesting one. I've said the games. 12% of you think we're getting full marks. Credit to you guys. I'm loving that. I am. As some may say, I'm sounding a little bit negative at the moment. I'm not. I'm just a realist. And I say it as it is. Well, 15 points. Can United win every one of them games? On a one-on-one basis, yes, we can compete in all them games, and yes, we can win them all. But what I've seen so far this season puts me off thinking that. And I'm in the 7-point bracket with everyone else. 34% of you have gone 7 points out of 15 for February. That's what we're going to get. I think we will beat West Ham at home. I think we will beat Fulham at home. And I think we'll get a draw. I think we'll get a draw against Wolves tonight. I can see us losing to Villa and Luton. I don't know why. I just got it in my head that it's just too much for these players to handle. Now, maybe they give me a great performance tonight and we beat West Ham, 2 wins in a row, and we're moving. Confidence is booming. But then we've got that tough game at Villa Park, and then I'm going, right, okay, can we get around that Villa Park voodoo, which we have now got? Which I can't remember the last time we won there. I think it was with no fans in the stadium. I'm pretty certain it was 3 seasons ago, maybe now. And Greenwood even scored in it, I think. I think we won 3-1. I think that was the last time we won at Villa Park. So we haven't won there while the fans have been back. I don't think we have anyway. Someone correct me if I'm wrong on that one. I can't remember actually being in the stadium because I've been to the last 2 games. That was 2-2 and we lost 3-1 in Emery's first game as manager. Luton, I don't know. I'm looking at everyone else struggling there and I'm going, United are clearly going to struggle there if the bigger guns are struggling because they've got something there at Kenilworth Road. And if you're beating Brighton 4-0, then you've definitely got something going on. They are doing amazing, Luton, by the way. I had them down, done, dusted before the season had even started. So credit to Luton Town for what is going on there. But less than 7 points, 30% right now on the vote. So there's not a lot of confidence going on right now. 25% of you have gone for 10 points. I think if you offered me 10 points now for February, I'd probably take that. I would. I'd take that. And that'd be United safe from relegation on 42 points. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. You got to make light of it, haven't you? You can't always be doom and gloom. You've got to make some joke and have a bit of banter, haven't you? Let's get into the chat and see where you guys are at with this. Losses against Wolves, Villa, draw against Luton and West Ham, win against Fulham, 5 points, says Luke. I hope you're wrong, Luke. I feel you, though. United will win both home games in Feb, but away can't see a win. That's the problem, isn't it? Again, everyone fears the away game. Everyone fears the away games with United. We just don't seem to have the right mentality for it. Easy Street FC says, Emyo, hi Adam, I would put in Ahmad for Anthony. Hope you're all good, dude. I'd like to see Ahmad get a chance. I really would. I really want to see Ahmad get a chance. I do. I just fear, because of what Ten Hag was saying in the press conference, that it's going to be Rashford. Then you've got Garnacho to fit in. He's obviously going to play Anthony. What a waste. What a waste. I'm expecting us to go on an unbeaten run until the end. I like that, Ian. Keep it coming, mate. Eric Ten Hag said we can beat anyone when we had loads out. Now we have a full team. I want to see him back it up. Again, another comment that Ten Hag has made, which he's already backing himself up into a corner on, and he's sort of trying to come back from it a little bit as well, saying now we can sort of like play our way in. No, Eric, there's no time to play your way in. You need results now. You said the players had the behind the closed doors game. You said they had the FA Cup game, and now we're ready for the Premier League. So tonight, United are going to win. That's what Ten Hag has promised us. I know he's not. You know what I'm saying, though. It's just the way he talks. It's like no one is going to give him an excuse now. 10 points is achievable, says Anthony. I think it is achievable, mate. It just depends which one of them away games we're going to get points from. That's where the fear is. Again, like 3 away games. 4 if you include the FA Cup. We've only got 1 game at Old Trafford again all month. When was that? Like, it's like doesn't seem to be a day when we actually play at Old Trafford anymore. Like that Tottenham game seems yonks ago, doesn't it? It seems absolutely ages ago since we played Tottenham. It doesn't seem like we've got an own game anytime soon. It's like this weekend, like the last game until March, and we're not even a full week into February. A full month away from home. Sorry, no, I'm talking. We have got Fulham at the end, haven't we? Sorry, yeah. So I'm completely blowing that out there. It is right at the end of the month. 2 games at home at least. We've got that. But again, you know what I mean. Like going into the start of March, we've only played 3 home games in all competitions. I tell you what, the Glazers are gutted that we haven't had them lucky home draws in the cup this season. Guys, don't anyone have a sneaky feeling United will turn up and actually win a game tonight? Mark, I do think that Manchester United have got in them that surprise game. I just know that Wolves are old and they're coming for us. I know they are. I hate Wolves, for one. Anyone who's watched me on this channel always knows like I hate going to Molineux. I'm actually glad I'm not going tonight and I'm watching it with you guys. Wolves at night is bad for United. It's really bad. And the only time we've beaten Wolves is in a day game. And I know I'm looking at desperates there and I'm scraping the barrel. But like when United play Wolves at night at Molineux, no, it's not a good thing. It really isn't a good thing. The atmosphere's up. It's like they know that United don't want to be there. It's a weird feeling at Molineux. We've never scored more than 1 goal since Wolves have been back in the Premier League at Molineux in the league. Apart from the behind closed doors game right at the end of lockdown when we scored 2 when nothing really mattered. We played a makeshift team and we beat Wolves 2-1 right at the end of lockdown when fans were just coming back into the stadiums. That's the only time we've ever scored more than 1 goal at Molineux. Of every other time, the atmosphere has got on top of us. The game has just been too much for us, and we need to change that. And hopefully we change it tonight. Guys, I need 15 likes to get to the 200 mark, so please give the video, if everyone in the chat right now would just give the video a like, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm just going to get through some of your comments before we finish up. But let's see if we can get the 200 mark on the likes, guys. I feel sorry for the fanzine sellers this month with only 2 home games. They're at the away games as well, mate. Don't you worry. They do go to the away games, Mike. Cliff says, more importantly, are you doing a watch-along with us on Forever United TV, Adam? No, Cliff, I'm on with Craig on top of the league tonight. I'm mixing it up again. Do you know what? I need to bounce off. Crazy as this sounds, guys, I'm quite, superstitious. You know what I'm talking about there with night games at Molyneux and stuff like that. Watching the game with Craig, we beat Everton. That was our best performance of the season. Every time I've done one on FUTV, we haven't won. I don't think we've won a Premier League game watching any of them on FUTV. So I'm trying to mix it up, and I'm trying to give the team the best opportunity by talking with Craig. Because even when Liverpool were playing United, I still didn't lose watching the game with Craig. And I don't think I've actually lost a game for United while watching it with Craig. So that's my whole outlook. So I'm giving everything to the cause tonight. I am. I just want to see United win a game. I want to be talking about winning and going up that table. Because like I said, closing the gap to 8 points, single figures for Champions League places, that's totally different to being 11 behind. That's totally different to being 11 points behind. It really is. So, yes, I am clinging on to everything I possibly can to give United the best opportunity to win tonight against Wolves. I need a win. I just need it. Wolves only lost at home twice this season against Liverpool and Brighton, and unbeaten at home since September. Thanks, Luke. I'm just I'm trying to make the positives. We're going to be talking about all of this in the build-up as well, and what Wolves are going to bring us, guys. We're back at 6:30 today, so join us for that hour-long show going in to the watch-along. So come join us on FUTV later on. That would be much appreciated if you could do, please. Thank you. But yeah, that pretty much is us all wrapped up, done and dusted, guys. We have hit the 200 mark on the likes, which is massive. Thank you, guys. And the poll has just finished. 7 points wins it for February with 33%. Less than 7 points is 29%. 10 points, 23%. And 15 maximum. 13% of you think we're going to win every game this February. I like the confidence. No, it's all right, Luke. I know, mate. I just didn't want to discuss it. I didn't want to talk about it. It was all a case of just whatever omen you can sort of jump onto or cling onto for tonight, go for it. Grab it, and hopefully we come out the other end with 3 points. I'd give anything to get 3 points tonight. Oh, come on, United. Guys, that's it. I am going in with that positive mindset for the rest of the day. Cheers for tuning in, everybody. Fantastic audience. Again, loving the comments. All the members and all of the likes and everything else, guys. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you are tuning in for the first time. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you later this evening. Have a good one. Cross every